Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adam Pacitti and I am your undisputed cultaholic heavyweight everything champion, and this is WrestleMania. Both belts are on the line. Night 1, Andrew Hodkinson. Night 2, Fraser Porter. New blood, and they are going down. So, the way this is going to work, we do not know the definite WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 match cards. So, in no specific order, we will make our predictions. Andrew and Fraser are going to be working together, so they've had to agree.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We'll see. Let's kick things off. The US title is on the line. Austin Theory versus John Cena. Who you got and why?
Oh, I think we're going to go for Austin Theory in this one. The boy needs the win. He needs to come back from the absolute burial that John Cena did on the microphone during Raw. I think, thinking about it, we were sort of like, is there going to be a big babyface moment to open up WrestleMania? Because we know this is opening up WrestleMania Night 1, and, you know, we love a big old babyface beginning, don't we? We love a big old babyface beginning in
And that's what we're going to get.
No, it's not,
Yes,
because
it is.
Looking on Wikipedia, the previous few years have actually kicked off with a heel win as well. So I think to really solidify Austin Theory as a credible threat, as a credible challenger, build him back up, he's got to win against John Cena here. Who are you going for?
I'm going for John Cena. They are not afraid to make Austin Theory look like an absolute schmuck. We are opening WrestleMania, right? It should be a big feel-good win, and there's no bigger feel-good win than John Cena defeating Austin Theory. Austin will come back from him. To be honest, he's got the rub anyway. He's in a match with John Cena. He's been buried on the mic, he's getting buried in the ring, and everybody, especially me, we're all going to be smiling.
Next up, it is Finn Balor versus Edge inside Hell in a Cell, and it's not going to be the red cell, it's the nice grey cell. We're getting the classic one back. It's a big match. The Demon is back. Who have you got, Adam?
Right, so I think a lot of people are expecting a Judgment Day clean sweep. Hey, why should Edge win? He's Edge, right? He doesn't need the win. Finn Balor, he's lost some big high-profile matches. He's the Demon. No, I think Judgment Day are all losing except for one match, which we will get to in a little bit, which will allow that Judgment Day member to leave the group. So I am taking, for this one, I'm taking Edge, right? Because on top of everything that I've just said there, Finn Balor, the Demon gimmick, it's crap. And I don't... Whoa! He fell off a rope!
He does wear like belts on his head.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish. There's nothing different about him. He's just got a stupid costume on. Retire it for good. Retire it for good. I'm done with it.
Well, I'm actually thinking Balor's going to win this one. As you said, the Demon is back. The Demon is the Demon. He's been booked very strongly, apart from when he fell off a rope against Roman Reigns. But it's someone else in charge now. It's Triple H. We're thinking that Triple H will want to protect the Demon. He'll go over strong here. This feud has been going on long enough. Edge doesn't need the win. It's Edge. Finn Balor does.
Next up in a WrestleMania Tag Team Showcase match, for some reason, it's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Who you got and why?
It's got to be Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Please, it's got to be these two. I think with Becky Lynch and Lita holding the titles, it would make sense for a heel team to go up against... against the baby faces. I think I really want to see Shayna look dominant once again. Yes, it's the women's tag team division and it's not booked the best, but I think maybe with them holding the belts, you could turn it into something hopefully special. Yes, I know Ronda Rousey's in there as well, but let's forget about that bit. We'll see. Hopefully they do build it into something special. Yeah, that's basically the reason. What are you going to go for, boy?
Ronda Rousey works best in tag teams. All you got to do is swap out Shayna Baszler with Kurt Angle, and it makes it even. No, it's Ronda and Shayna. Look at the state of the other teams.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Nothing against them because there's some tremendously talented wrestlers in there, but there's a lot of thrown together, you know what, in there as well. And you know what, like Ronda and Shayna in a tag team, I'm actually pretty excited for. I'm fed up of seeing Ronda in singles action. Generally in the title picture, we've seen it for so long, and I think you know, give them a decent lengthy reign with the women's tag team titles, make them feel special, because with, this is a horrible thing to say, but with the exception of when Sasha and Naomi held them for that little bit, I don't think they've ever really felt special. No disrespect to the Iconics as well, I think they were good value and everything, but it's really time to build those belts. You've had enough time, and I can't think of anybody better to do it than Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Terrifying.
The next match is Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, a massive match they've been building for quite a while. Who have you got, Adam?
I'm taking Logan Paul. Because, don't laugh at me, Job. Because everybody is expecting Seth Rollins to win, right? Logan Paul, oh no, his contract's expiring, he's gone. Keep in mind, Backlash is emanating from Puerto Rico, which is where Logan Paul lives. So I think they're going to roll it back. Big upset win, subvert expectations, essentially, because everybody thinks that Seth Rollins is going to pick up the win, so you do the exact opposite, because this is one of the more predictable matches on the card, and Triple H is smarter than that. Are you smart enough to pick Logan Paul?
Everyone's expecting Seth Rollins to win because Seth Rollins is going to win.
Nope.
Triple H is smart enough to book Seth Rollins going over. If Seth Rollins loses here, as he said on Raw,
loses all the time.
He does lose all the time. He'll look like a joke here, and he said that on Raw. Triple H is smart enough to put the win with Seth Rollins rather than Logan Paul. Logan Paul doesn't need the win. He's already established himself. He can go in the ring and he doesn't need to win. He lost to Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia. He's going to lose to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. It's just what's going to happen. As for Puerto Rico, they don't need Logan Paul in that show. They've got Bad Bunny. They've got Bad Bunny.
You're wrong. Next up is the team of Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch and Lita taking on Damage Control. Who have you got and why?
Oh, as much as I think that Damage Control need the win here, they've been getting buried on the mic as well. I actually think it's the baby faces that are going to pick up the win. We're seeing Trish Stratus and Lita together again on a WrestleMania card, and that's really exciting. And I do think that Trish is going to turn on her friends, but not at WrestleMania. I think for the longest time in my head, I thought it was going to happen at WrestleMania. I actually think it's going to happen on Raw the next night. And then we lead to Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch into maybe SummerSlam, like a summer program or something like that. And then you have Shayna and Ronda, who won at WrestleMania. They saunter out and go, we want them titles, our Becky Lynch and Lita, after all the shenanigans have gone down. And then that's where we lead to after that. So yes, I'm going to say the baby faces pick up the win here. And unfortunately, Damage Control don't get the win, but they should do, but they won't do, I don't think.
Well, for once, the enhancement talent is correct. I am also taking the baby faces here to win, which actually really upsets me because Damage Control has been a big wet fart, hasn't it?
Big time.
Coming out at SummerSlam, I thought, right, this could be possibly one of the best stables of the modern era. I had such high hopes, and it's just been let down after let down after let down. I'm going to see another letdown at WrestleMania. Hey, it's a big, nostalgia pop and everything like that, but I think Damage Control need it more. However, babyfaces to win.
Our next match is Rey Mysterio versus the hardened criminal, Dominic Mysterio.
Guerrero, please.
Yeah, Guerrero. Who have you got, Adam, winning this match?
I mentioned earlier that I think Judgment Day are going to lose most of their matches except for one person. That person is not Dominic Guerrero. Dominic is going to lose this one. Everybody's expecting, once again, for Rey to put over Eddie's son. That is not going to happen here. He's going to have a lovely moment at the Hall of Fame, and then he's going to have a lovely moment when he beats Dominic Guerrero. I just think that they can make a bit more money from this, essentially. I think Rey is going to retire maybe next year at WrestleMania, so they're going to roll it back with an even bigger stipulation, or like Hell in a Cell or something like that. So I think another one, this is going to subvert expectations. So that is why I'm picking Rey Mysterio. Who have you got?
Well, I'm picking Dominic Mysterio. I think he's going to ruin his dad's Hall of Fame moment, probably attack him, do something there. Then leading into the WrestleMania match itself, Dominic Mysterio is going to lie, cheat, and steal his way to a victory over his dad. I just can't see Ray winning this one. You can extend the feud by having Dom win. Ray has been holding back on wanting to fight his son for so long. Having him here hold back because he just can't put away his son, I think is the right move. It extends the feud that bit longer. When Dom can sort of push his dad even further, and then you can have that stipulation sort of match that you mentioned.
You're totally right in that there are ways in doing this, and give Dom the win and then still do the match in a little bit. I just see Ray doing this. I see Ray picking up the win here.
I think Judgment Day is Dominic Mysterio, Guerrero.
Next up, the Intercontinental Championship is on the line as the ultra-dominant Gunther defends against both Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Best of buddies, or are they? Who you got on why?
He's got to do it. He's finally going to do it at WrestleMania. Gunther's going to win and retain the championship. I think everybody's sort of looking forward to WrestleMania, seeing Sheamus finally pick up the belt that's eluded him for the longest time and having that huge moment. However, I feel like they're saving the huge moment for, if it takes place maybe on the same night or something, for either Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, perhaps later down the line with a tag match, and maybe Roman Reigns and Cody as well. I think they're saving the moments for that. I think Drew McIntyre turns heel here. Maybe we see the two friends working together to take Gunther out of the picture to begin with. They start battering each other, and that leads Gunther to kind of like slide in, maybe get a power bomb on Sheamus, onto Drew McIntyre, pack him and stack him, 1, 2, 3, and then after the match, Drew turns heel on his buddy. Then we go off and they have a little program until maybe like SummerSlam, where we get sort of Sheamus versus Gunther. They have the final blowout. Sheamus wins that one, and then Gunther gets pushed into the title.
It's not a pictures video.
I'm just saying.
So I think that one of the challengers is going to win here, and I haven't been able to make my pick. The problem is, right, it could go either way. The good thing about it is Gunther can still look dominant because he doesn't have to get pinned, he doesn't have to submit to lose the championship. So which one of those two is going to do it? I've gone for a lot of heel victories already, so this is the one where I'm going with a big babyface win, and the bigger babyface in this scenario is certainly Sheamus. Yes. I'm taking Sheamus. He's going to do it. He's going to win the IC title. A big triumphant WrestleMania moment. It's the last thing he wants to win. And then comes the Claymore. Ooh. Heel turn after the match by Drew. And then there's his first program. Gunther goes on to bigger and better things. We'll see.
I do like that.
Our next match could be one of the absolute bangers of the weekend. It could main event night one, arguably. It's, of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn challenging for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against the Usos. Adam, who have you picked?
KO and Sami. It's got to be. Yeah. It's got to be, right? Yeah. I don't really think I need to give a reason for this. It's going to be a lovely big haluva kick and then a big old stunner. And they're going to pick up the win. And it's going to be a lovely moment. Big hug. Everybody's happy. There's another babyface moment on my WrestleMania card. Who you got on mine?
I think it's exactly that. I think it's the right move. It allows the downfall of the bloodline to start happening, start chipping away at them. KO and Sami are two of the hottest acts in the company right now. It makes sense to put the belts on them and have the Usos end their massive, monumental title reign at WrestleMania. So KO and Sami for the win.
Next up, the Raw Women's title is on the line as Bianca Belair defends against Asuka. Who have you got and why?
I get that. Going for Bianca Belair to retain the championship. Part of me thinks if they don't pull the trigger on Asuka now, when are they going to pull the trigger on Asuka? And that's the thing.
That's it.
But I think, spoiler alert, perhaps all of the Judgment Day are winning their matches, therefore Rhea Ripley might win her match. We'll get to that in a little bit, however.
It's not a spoiler because you don't have a clue.
Well, we'll see. But I think Bianca retains here and then goes into a program with Charlotte, because that was originally, I believe, supposed to be the plan for WrestleMania in the first place, was supposed to be Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. And obviously that's not happening. It's a different matchup, but I think that is the program going forward. And it also, I think at this moment, Bianca Belair is undefeated at WrestleMania. I think we carry on the streak for a little bit longer. Let her have this little bit of a WrestleMania streak going forward for a bit.
Why not? I'm taking Asuka, right?
Yeah.
Because this is last chance saloon as far as I'm concerned. I don't think the build has been all that for this one. I I really, really want to see Asuka pick up the win here. Asuka totally deserves it. I don't know how long she's going to be with WWE still. Hopefully it's a very, very long time indeed. But Bianca's had a great run, but really let's run with Asuka. Let's do it properly. Let's make her the focal point of Raw, and you've got to start that at WrestleMania. So it's a bit of a coin toss here, and actually, if I was going with my head good and proper, I think you're probably got the right shout there, but I'm taking Asuka because I'm a man with a massive heart, and my massive heart is there for what?
Thought I was going somewhere else then.
My massive heart is for Asuka. Come on.
The next match is the men's tag team showcase match with Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. It's a big tag team showcase match. Adam, who have you got winning this one?
Everybody's expecting Maximum Male Models to get involved and ruin it for Alpha Academy. Is that what you think will happen?
That's what I think will happen.
Yeah.
No, it's going to look like that's going to happen. They're going to come out, they're going to try and get involved, but Chad Gable and Otis, not Otis, are going to stay together. They're going to win the match, and they're going to have a lovely big cuddle afterwards. And you know what? I'm really enjoying the storyline and everything, but you know what I enjoy more?
What?
Alpha Academy being together.
They are
so
great
roll with it,
together.
because everybody thought that they were going to be a tag team that were going to last a few months, and they have been fantastic value. So let's not mess with a winning formula. Let's keep it going, and let's put the straps on them eventually.
Now, I would love for that to happen, but we've gone for something slightly different. We think the Viking Raiders are going to win here. Now, bear with me here. We think because the way the tag team title scene is going to look after WrestleMania, you need some credible heel challengers. Alpha Academy were heel, but they're now getting massive cheers. They're kind of facey. The only option in that match for us is the Viking Raiders, and I think having them positioned as a dominant heel force in the tag division after WrestleMania is the perfect challengers for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So we're going Viking Raiders for the win.
Next up, it is the real main event as Brock Lesnar takes on the Nigerian Giant, Omos! Who have you got and why?
We're going for Brock Lesnar. We're going for Brock Lesnar. Yes.
Omos-phobic.
No, careful now. Yes, there is an argument to be made that Omos should win this to make him look like a really credible monster heel on the WWE roster. However, you can still make Omos look super strong by kicking out of like an F5, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times. Not 5 times, actually. No, we'll have him get pinned on the 5th time, right? We'll have him get pinned on the 5th time.
Yeah, I think 5's plenty.
Or maybe not. Maybe, right? He kicks out at the 5th time and Brock climbs up to the top of the SoFi Stadium. The shooting star press, almost. 1, 2, 3. You see, it still looks strong. He took a shooting star press from the top of the arena to put Omos down. Yep. There you go. No, I think it's something along the lines of a few F5s doesn't put Omos down, so Brock has to pull it out and do it one more time. Right. But Brock has the most experience as a wrestler.
Not true. Omos has been doing it for about 40 years, I think.
Debatable.
Certainly looks like it in the ring.
Debatable. So I think you give this one to Brock Lesnar. Who are you going for, Adam?
So just to clarify there, you are predicting Brock Lesnar with an SSP off the top of the stadium onto Omos, and only that can put Omos away, right?
Yeah.
Lock it in. I am an Homo sapien, and I am backing the big boy here. Don't get me wrong, this isn't going to be an easy task, not at all. You're in there with Brock Lesnar. This is not going to be a clean win for Omos. This is going to be dirty. It's going to be dirtier than your mum. It's going to be dirtier than your mum. It's going to be dirtier than your mum as well. Close your mouth, you look like a... This is going to be a tricky one, but the Hurt Business are going to have his back. There's going to be all sorts of shenanigans. There's going to be a big mental spot, like the bloody new 2K game, right, where he gets lobbed off through a light or something like that. It's going to be all over the place, and it's going to be fantastic. And Omos, he deserves the win because he's making improvements. Very gradually. You might not be able to tell week by week, but he is getting better. And he's massive. And you know what? Brock could eat a loss because he's Brock Lesnar. He's done everything ever. So give it to Omos. He deserves it. Up the Omos.
It's then time for the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Of course, it's Charlotte Flair versus the Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley. Adam, who are you picking for this match?
This is the Judgment Day member that is going to win and deserves to win the most as far as I'm concerned. We saw Charlotte Flair defeat Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship at WrestleMania. It was dumb. I didn't like it. Rhea Ripley is absolutely on fire right now. She's one of my favourite things about WWE. She has tremendous value. And this will be the catalyst that takes her away from the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day lose, they remain heel, Rhea goes off, and she's so over anyway. She's basically a babyface at this point. Put the belt on her, Charlotte doesn't need it, she can get it back in probably 20 minutes time and add another title reign to her list, but Rhea really needs this, so give it to Rhea.
Yeah, I think completely agree here. Rhea Ripley's got this. She won the Royal Rumble. She's had a very strong year so far. Makes sense to put her over. We're going for a Judgment Day clean sweep tonight. It's going to be all Judgment Day. I disagree with you saying that they're going to take her away from the Judgment Day. I think together right now they are great as a faction. Keep them strong, have them all go over with a Rhea Ripley victory tonight.
And finally, the undisputed WWE Universal title is on the line as Cody Rhodes, whose father is Dusty Rhodes, challenges Roman Reigns. Who have you got and why?
Whoa! We've got Cody Rhodes. He's going to finish the story just like we're going to finish the Tory. I think everything has been built up so perfectly to this moment. Would they want to take this away from us? Yeah, I think for Roman Reigns they might do. But at the same time, I think everything is going to culminate in a moment where we think Roman is finally going to retain his championships, but he doesn't ultimately. And Cody Rhodes is the one to snatch those belts. And maybe we see them get split up the next night on Raw, or remains to be seen. We've heard stuff about new belt designs perhaps being made, and that makes sense. And it necessarily doesn't make sense if Roman's still got them within his grasp. But yeah, like honestly, I just feel like it's Cody Rhodes' moment right now. Everything is leading towards everything. All roads lead to WrestleMania. Yeah, that's the line. Yeah. Who are you going for?
Roman. Right, in these predictions, 100% of the time I have gone for Roman Reigns, and 100% of the time I've been right. I don't remember, in fact, ever losing a predictions contest. That is not going to change at WrestleMania. You all want your bloody Cody Rhodes big victory, all the pyro and everything. Oh, he did it for his dad. Nah. Not for me. Keep it going with Roman. Keep it going with Roman.
Ooh.
Honestly, I know. All of these things are going around. Oh, they're going to split the belts. There's new titles in the works. No.
You think it's a red herring?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think Roman is going to do it, and I hope it ends WrestleMania in miserable fashion, making you two miserable, making every single one of you watching at home miserable, and especially making this little dweeb miserable. He's going to do the outro now.
So those are our predictions for WrestleMania 39. Check out 9.
Check out 9 pitches. Check out WTF moments. Check out what happened at. Check us out on Saturday and Sunday night. You can set a reminder. There is a link in the pinned comment below. Thanks very much, everybody. Have a good one.